Hey there, these days, we hear the word narcissist a lot. People use it to describe anyone who acts selfish or likes to brag. But did you know that being a narcissist is actually a real personality disorder? It affects about 10% of people. There's also a type called covert narcissism that is hard. Today, I want to talk about the traits of a covert narcissist, so you know what to look out for. Being in a relationship with someone like this can be very harmful. If you're dealing with a covert narcissist, it's important to recognize the signs so you can protect yourself and move forward. What's the difference between a covert and overt narcissist? Both covert and overt narcissists meet the same criteria in the DSM-5, the manual psychologists use to diagnose personality disorders. To be diagnosed as a narcissist, a person needs to lack empathy, have an inflated sense of entitlement, and treat relationships in a shallow way. They often take advantage of others and get caught up in fantasies about success. They usually don't accept that they could be the problem in a situation. Both covert and overt narcissists share these traits. The difference is how they show them. Covert means hidden, so a covert narcissist keeps these traits more under the surface. They tend to be more introverted, while an overt narcissist is more obvious and loud about their self-importance. Covert narcissists, however, can still be just as damaging, even though they don't show off as much.
Let's talk about some specific signs of covert narcissists and how they act. 1. They seem fragile but charming. At first, a covert narcissist might come across as sweet or insecure, instead of confident like an overt narcissist.
You might think, wow, they seem really nice. But over time, you notice something else. For example, they may give you a compliment that doesn't feel quite right, like, "You look great today. I was worried last time I saw you." It sounds nice at first, but it leaves you wondering, did I look bad before? These types of backhanded compliments can make you question yourself and hurt your self-esteem. Over time, this can leave you feeling really confused. 2. They use self-deprecation to get praise. Covert narcissists often put themselves down, but only to get compliments from others. For example, you might walk into their spotless home and say, "Your house is so clean." They might reply, "Oh, I'm terrible at cleaning. I have no design sense." But they're really fishing for you to say how great their home looks. This self-deprecation is another way they manipulate you to make themselves feel better. 3. Their public image is different from their private self. A covert narcissist's public image doesn't match who they are in private. For example, in public, they might say, "I never gossip." But in private, they constantly talk badly about others. This can be really confusing, especially if they are a family member or close friend. Others might not believe you when you try to explain how they act privately, which can leave you feeling isolated and doubting yourself. 4. They are bitterly jealous. Covert narcissists are extremely jealous of others, but they try to hide it. They may secretly feel bitter when others achieve things they want. For example, they might criticize someone's success by saying, "They only got that because they had help," instead of admitting they're envious. If you're close to them, you'll notice their jealousy, even if they don't show it in public. 5. They sabotage others. Covert narcissists often try to ruin relationships or hurt others at work. They may lie about you to your boss or take credit for your work. They do this behind your back while acting friendly to your face. If you see them doing this to someone else, be careful, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you. 6. They want others to take care of them. Covert narcissists often act like they need help. They may have excuses for why they can't do things or why life is so hard for them. At first, you might feel sorry for them and want to help. But over time, you'll realize that they don't really appreciate your help, and they never try to improve their situation. They just keep taking and taking, making you feel guilty for not doing more. 7. They communicate passive-aggressively. Covert narcissists rarely say what they want directly. Instead, they use passive-aggressive behavior to get their way. For example, instead of asking for help with the laundry, they might say, "I know it's my job since I don't earn as much as you." This makes you feel guilty and like you have to help, even though they never really asked for help. This sneaky communication style is another way they manipulate people. 8. They fake empathy. Covert narcissists pretend to care about others, but it's usually fake. They might say things like, "I cry during sad movies all the time," but they don't actually feel empathy. Narcissists may understand how people feel, but they use this understanding to manipulate others. Interestingly, covert narcissists seem to love animals, especially dogs. They may show more affection to their pets than to the people in their lives, because animals give them the unconditional admiration they crave.